Brownie bakers, all you want for Christmas are brownies, right? We got 2 more games to win. The next upcoming one is at home, facing Hugh Jackson and the Bengals. Christmas Eve, December 23rd. You know you're going to need tickets for that one. Want to attend that game for 5% off, maybe a Cavs game or some other Cleveland event too. Visit Ticket IQ. You can visit their website at ticketiq.com or download that baby on your phone, on your iPhone or Android. You're going to want to use the promo code LPG5 to receive a 5% discount. Make it real easy on us, real easy on yourself. Go to our iTunes description or the Twitter once you hear this episode. Find our link and you'll go ahead, get yourself on Ticket IQ for the first time ever, and you'll receive a 5% discount on that ticket. You want to use Ticket IQ. It's your smartest ticket search, offering the largest, most diverse ticket inventory for live events. All tickets are guaranteed with 100% buyer protection, providing a safe and secure ticket purchase for any type of live event. Whenever you find that ticket listed as a low price guarantee, you'll know that's the lowest price for that ticket on the market. So go ahead, visit Ticket IQ, find that link, get 5% off on your next ticket. Merry Christmas to you, Brownie bakers. Cheers.
Brownie Sunday, wake up in the late afternoon. Call Rod Bloom just to see how he's doing. Yo, what's up, Rod? Hey, Chad, what's happening? You thinking what I'm thinking? Cleveland Sports Talk, man, it's happening.
Hello and welcome into the Brownie Sunday podcast. Once again, we are your hosts. I'm Chad Painter. With me, as always, on the line, Rod Bloom, Vice President of Cleveland Sports Talk. How's it going today, buddy?
Hey, it's going great, Chad. I'm excited about this one. Yeah.
Yes. Good to have you on once again, just to be talking to you after a win. And we've got with us the man himself, Paul Brown, known for his international Paul Brown Browns podcast. Paul, you've been becoming Cleveland famous, haven't you, this year?
I won't go that far, mate.
Hey, you've been becoming best friends with our big names around here. Ken Carman, Jabril Peppers, everybody.
Well, what can I say? Everyone in Cleveland's really nice, really friendly, and that's the way I like it. So it's been a great journey so far, and thank you very much for your time.
Oh, absolutely, man. First question for me is, because of the Paul Brown name, is that how you became such a diehard Browns fan?
Yes.
Yeah. Was that been since a kid?
Huh?
No, not as a child.
No.
My friend went to America, and I was after some custom T-shirts, and he came back with Browns T-shirts. So, yeah, that's where it all started.
I love it. And I know you're a man of Jaeger bombs. Is that right? Is that your favorite to hand to our Clevelanders when you get over here?
Look, so the truth of the matter is, I'm not a huge drinker, but when I go out to drink, I like to get drunk.
That works.
And it's
hey,
always,
that's fine.
I always see you handing some Clevelander a Jaeger bomb. At least that's what it looks like. Is there some other special drink from the UK that you try to show off to us Clevelanders?
There's no showing off. It's more to do with if I'm there and I'm having a night and I want to get drunk, I definitely go for shots. I think it's the quickest way to get in a good mood and have some fun. But for example, at home, I very rarely drink, and I never have a sociable drink. I only drink like on game days or if anything exciting's going on.
Game day shots. What are your favorite game day shots then?
I'm a big fan of Sambuca, vodka, or Jaeger bombs. I don't like Jaeger on its own, but Jaeger bombs are okay.
Well, there you go. Well, this helps us out. We always start our show off with what are we drinking as our first segment. So love that you're bringing that to the table for us. Rod, you've been texting me about Mad Elf. So tell me how you like that Christmas beer that Mad Elf makes.
I loved Mad Elf. You know, before the game, we had a couple of sixes in the fridge, so I had got a Mad Elf out, and I got a a Sam Adams White Christmas out and just opened them up, and I split each one with my wife so we could each, try both of them. And I got to tell you, Mad Elf, it's incredible. It's just got a great flavor. It's 11%, so it packs a wallop, but it doesn't taste like it. Man, if you just want a good, smooth, strong beer, go for the Mad Elf. We had that first, and then we switched to the White Christmas, and the White Christmas tastes kind of like water afterwards. So,
Yeah, it's real flavorful,
Mad Elf,
man.
guys. Yeah, you got to try it.
Hey, there's not a better beer, I don't think, out there that you could be tasting during a Browns win than Mad Elf and the Christmas ale around this time of the year. So, way to go.
Right.
Hey, so I actually had our daily red wine. I've been having that a lot lately. I love it. And it's because the Browns this has been a long time coming. They're a fine wine, and they're finally ready, aren't they?
Finally, guys.
Oh, it was so nice to crack open a red wine and celebrate for these Browns, man. And no sulfites in this one. It's pretty organic, so I like this wine. Doesn't give you the headaches,
Yeah.
So
I think we got it covered with shots, beer, and wine, guys.
we went through the whole gamut. I like it.
Is the red wine a local wine?
It's not. I'd have to find the bottle, but it's American made. And
Okay. You're keeping it local. That's good.
keeping it on this side. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real good. It's real good. I'll try and get you a bottle somehow.
Oh, that'd be lovely. Thank you.
All right. Well, let's talk about the game a little bit. We always shift here to game ball. We want to hand out a game ball, and it's always fun on a big win like this. Rod, why don't you start us off? Who are you handing that ball to?
I'm going to go a little bit obscure, guys. I thought this was a team win. Chad, I know you've got the guy who I was really thinking of taking, so I'm going to leave him for you. I'm going to go with TJ Carey for the pick. This guy's been playing, with he's been trying real hard. Let's just put it that way. He's out there playing his butt off. Well, other guys have been hurt. So I just wanted to kind of recognize him for what he's done for the Browns kind of through the season. I thought it was nice that he got a pick in the game.
Yeah, ever since we saw him really put out every ounce of effort he could on Julio Jones in that Atlanta game, he's been something else on this team. He's not a superstar by any means, but he's absolutely filled the shoes that we need when he's needed. And I think that's a great game ball to give out. But, man, this is going to go down in history as the Jabril Peppers game forever. Jabril Peppers, 6 tackles, huge sack right up the middle, and that interception. Everything has been coming to fruition. Again, I've got to go with the fine wine. It's been a long time coming, and Jabril Peppers is finally ready, and he showed it in this game. So I give Jabril Peppers that game ball.
Very well deserved, yeah.
Absolutely. Paul, who would you give a game ball to?
Well, I'm very disappointed. I can't believe you didn't come to your guess first, because I was going to go with Peppers.
I had to take him.
I think we all had the same idea. Chad had Peppers filled in as soon as he wrote the word game ball on the script.
Yep.
Well, mate, Chad, that's not being a good host in my eyes. You put me right under the bus there.
I'll learn my lesson.
Well, look, Greg Williams gave it to. I can't say Colquitt, but I'm going to say it. Britton Colquitt, for his performance. So it was good. What was the stat he said, Greg Williams? He said there's a good Cleveland Browns stat at the moment he's done. I think he's the best ever punting or something. He claimed it today. I didn't make any notes, but I think it's the best in Browns history he's punted at the moment. So, yeah, fair play to him. I think he deserves it.
He's been incredible. I mean, throughout the whole season. So, yeah, it's good to recognize him today.
The other person that I thought did well was Greg Robinson made the hole for Chubb, and I thought that was a great play, and that was a real key part of the game.
Yeah, I really like those.
That was a huge play. Huge play.
Yeah, we'll talk about Robinson, I think, in a minute here as well, just more in depth. And, man, Britton Colquitt has been on fire for us in a year where special teams has been our weak point, through and through. Britton Colquitt has been a shining star among us. And it's a beautiful thing to watch him punt, which is not usually my favorite thing in football.
It's true.
This is quite difficult, me being on the other side and not hosting. But a question for you two is, do you think he's going to make the Pro Bowl tomorrow? It's the call-ups tomorrow. Do you reckon he's going to be done enough?
Yeah, I can't say I've looked at the league-wide stats, but just watching him, I think he deserves it. I don't know if there's anybody else that's been any better this season or not, but man, I would put him down for the Pro Bowl definitely.
Yeah, I'm biased, but I say yes. Absolutely. So let's
yes, definitely.
Yeah, I think he should. So he's a thrive. He's a thrive on our team, and that brings us right into our next segment, Thrive or Dive. And Paul, we talk about what we see as thriving or diving, usually on the team or even in all of Cleveland sports. But we're going to shift gears now that we have you here. Thrive or Dive, we want each person here to pick who has really earned their spot and is thriving on this team and is 110% made their roster spot on this team for next year. They're not going to be in any trade talks. Obviously, they're not a free agent. They're sticking to Brown. But the dive would be who is probably on their way out. Brownie bakers. All you want for Christmas are brownies, right? We got 2 more games to win. The next upcoming one is at home, facing Hugh Jackson and the Bengals. Christmas Eve, December 23rd. You know you're going to need tickets for that one. Want to attend that game for 5% off, maybe a Cavs game or some other Cleveland event too. Visit Ticket IQ. You can visit their website at ticketiq.com or download that baby on your phone, on your iPhone or Android. You're going to want to use the promo code LPG5 to receive a 5% discount. Make it real easy on us, real easy on yourself. Go to our iTunes description or the Twitter once you hear this episode. Find our link and you'll go ahead, get yourself on Ticket IQ for the first time ever, and you'll receive a 5% discount on that ticket. You want to use Ticket IQ. It's your smartest ticket search, offering the largest, most diverse ticket inventory for live events. All tickets are guaranteed with 100% buyer protection, providing a safe and secure ticket purchase for any type of live event. Whenever you find that ticket listed as a low price guarantee, you'll know that's the lowest price for that ticket on the market. So go ahead, visit Ticket IQ, find that link, get 5% off on your next ticket. Merry Christmas to you, Brownie bakers. Cheers. And Paul, I'm just going to shift. I'm going to switch everything in my notes here. And because of what you've requested, and I've got to learn to be a better host, why don't you start us off? Who's earned their spot and who is on their way out?
Well, as a good host, you should never put me first because I don't know what to say now. No, I'm joking. As a guest, I should always go in the middle as a sandwich. But no,
yeah.
Can I be as obvious as Garrett or Baker, or you want someone a bit more controversial?
Why don't you go a little more controversial? Yeah.
I'm going to go controversial, and I think Zettel has done enough to be on the roster next year.
Okay.
Ooh, wow. Yeah. I didn't expect that one to come out.
Got to have hot takes. That's the secret.
Hey, that is a hot take, Paul.
Boom. There you go. All right, who would you say would possibly be on their way out?
Okay, I'm going to be controversial as well.
Yeah, go for it. Hot takes.
Kindred, I think he's going to get replaced. And last year was an absolute superstar. And I just feel that, there could be some changes, and we haven't seen so much of him this year. And that it's a controversial one for your listeners. Make a bit of debate tomorrow about it. Kindred, I'm going to call it there.
Yeah, there you have it. Paul Brown with the hot takes. But you know what? I can really agree with both of those. I looked at the roster and saw both of their names, and I even kind of paused and went, are they going to be around, especially Derek Kindred? We've got to get better at safety. We've got to get depth there, and I think you could be right. We might replace him. So, good call there. Rod, what do you say?
Sorry.
I'm going to agree with Kindred. You know, I mean, he's a good player, but this roster is going to be tougher and tougher to make, you guys, as Dorsey keeps, bringing guys in. So yeah, we're gonna move on from some guys that are pretty darn good, but aren't, top of the line that they're going to want to fill the roster with. So I'm gonna say Greg Robinson, just to get back to him. I think he's made the roster for next season. I don't know if he's going to be the starting left tackle or not, but he's definitely played well enough, obviously, to keep some other guys off the field. So I think we're going to see him next season, and I think he's probably going to be at least in if he's not named the left tackle, I think he'll definitely be in competition for that left tackle spot next season.
Yeah, I could see it.
As far as who's on their way out, this is tough because, especially when we're going through this stretch where the team's won 4 out of 5 games, it seems like everybody's playing pretty darn good right now, so I'm going to go with Tyrod Taylor, just because I don't think he's going to be here next year. Maybe that's too obvious, you guys. I think they have an option on him for like $10 million for next year. I think we all know he's not going to be here next season.
Which is a really interesting point to make, because how quickly was that turnaround, man? As Browns fans at the beginning of this season, we were absolutely stoked to have Tyrod Taylor as our starting QB, and it seems like that was years ago. Does it feel like that to anybody else?
Were you actually stoked, to be honest, when you heard that Tyrod Taylor was coming to the Browns? I thought he was a safe option, and I liked it. I backed it. But I didn't think I was over the moon with the pick. I thought maybe Casey Keenum could have been interesting, or Teddy Bridgewater may have been a good bridge. But I wasn't over the moon with Tyrod Taylor.
That's because in the UK, you guys follow logic. And in Cleveland, we don't do that at all. We are passionate about whoever's going to be in those colors. Oh, my goodness.
I thought he'd be a better bridge, than what we saw. I don't think it's all Tyrod's fault, because of the people that were in charge while he was playing. But yeah, I thought we'd see a little bit more out of him, and I thought he'd be pretty decent, until we got to Baker.
Yeah, and I agree on the strategy. My strategy was keeping him for the whole season and let Baker learn, and it didn't happen. So I'm not contradicting what I'm saying, but when we first got him, my views were we gave up a trade pick for him, and he's not super exciting. He's safe. He's not going to give the ball away a lot. But okay, we've got him, so let's go with the strategy. And wow, I'm very pleasantly surprised with what we've got with Baker now.
Absolutely, yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah, I think that was the case. We just were excited that we didn't have to put a rookie quarterback right in there once again, like we've seen time and time again, especially with the Kaiser just debacle last year, and kind of ruin these guys' careers. To be able to get a number 1 pick like Baker and to let him be groomed and to let him watch the game, to let him come in and have a guy who's established himself, has brought the Bills, who have not been a great franchise in these recent years, to the playoffs. That was a really good, like you said, safe bet, but a guy that we were okay with taking over this entire season. But any of us, we can't agree more that we are super excited to have Baker and what he's accomplished already as a rookie, and with not even having a full season. So, but I'm sure we'll get into that more later. I'll finish out Thrive or Dive here. I'm going to say that Brashad Perryman has earned his spot on this roster big time, especially these past couple of games. Rod, I'm 1/3 of the way there on my bold prediction.
Yes, sir.
These past 2 weeks, I've been saying Brashad Perryman's going to end this season with 3 touchdowns. And he got the one. He almost had 2 in this game. It got taken away from him. So I believe he's showing that he does not have the case of the drops here. He's revitalizing his career, and we need a big receiver, athletic, speedy guy like him. We're missing Josh Gordon, but Perryman is pleasantly surprising. So, any other thoughts on him?
Yeah, I think he's done enough. The question I've got is what do you think he's gonna cost us? I said last week, my co-host Jack said he reckons he's going to cost just under $2 million, and I reckon he's going to cost about $5 million a year. But I'm really excited. We've got a first round draft potential in the Browns building, and we've got him super cheap at the moment, and he's playing well. And his weakness was catching, and he's catching. So this is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's obviously in their plans because they're trying to work him in. I think he's the type of receiver they want. So I don't know if we've seen enough to guarantee that he's going to be on the team next year, but I think it's pretty darn close. And I think you can just tell that the desire's there, that they really want him to be a big part of the Browns' future.
Yeah, you can tell. I mean, even this game, he had at least one rushing attempt, and he's had that in multiple games this season. Freddie Kitchens is trying to even get him in on the rushing game, which we see really successful franchises doing that with, like Keenan Allen on the Chargers or Tyreek Hill on the Chiefs. Obviously, he's a big guy, much bigger than those receivers, but he shows some athletic burst even from behind the line of scrimmage like that. So I'm excited now to see him next year. But who I don't think will be here, and we've been talking about this on this podcast, is Jamie Collins. Even though he had a few good highlights in this game, I think that that's what actually going to boost his value to maybe even trade or somehow to part with him and acquire some new talent, some fresh talent. So I think Jamie Collins is going to be out the door this upcoming season.
Yeah, I agree. But I think everyone knows this, so I don't know. We're going to save some cap space. We're going to, His attitude doesn't seem to be that. On some moments, he can be an absolute superstar, and then we don't see him very much, or he looks a bit lustrous. So
it's a matter of inconsistency. That's exactly what he brings pretty much every game.
Yep, and even in this past game where I said he had some highlights, it was the same scenario. You're going, where was he? A lot more of the time. So, all right, so that's our Thrive and Dive. So we won this game, guys, over the Broncos, 17-16. The Steelers got the win over the Patriots, which really puts a dent in our sales for what we were trying to accomplish playoff-wise. To claim that playoff spot, we've got to win these last two games against the Bengals and Ravens in our division. The Colts and Titans need to lose, and then they need to tie. So it's I don't know if that's going to happen.
It's not happening, guys. It's not happening.
That would be
Let's
cool.
be happy. I mean, this team has won 6 games already this season after winning, one game in the last 2 seasons. So I'm thrilled with the season. The playoff talk, it would have been a great story, but it's not happening, guys.
Yeah, I think move on. The chance of this happening is so small. As Jack said on the podcast today, you might as well put your money down on the lottery. There's probably a higher chance of winning the lottery than us going through with this. The guy's getting a tie. Jesus, we're really, really getting desperate on this one. But yeah, so I'm done on the promotion stuff now. I'm going to the Ravens, which I'm really excited about, but otherwise, I think, it's 1 in a million chance.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's exciting. You're going to the Ravens one, man. How many times have you traveled to Cleveland? How many games have you gotten to see this year?
This year, 3.
Okay.
Next year, I'm planning on doing a piece. I'm looking to put on a TV show next year where I do a weekly, similar to like Building the Browns, 10-minute, 12-minute episode of my travels. So Cleveland 8 times, or Cleveland in America, so 4 games home, 4 games away, and then visiting all the other backers globally. So I'm tempted to go to Toronto, Canada, Scandinavia, Spain, Iceland, India. Sorry, India. I keep saying India. Iceland and Ireland. So yeah, I want to try and see as many of the backers that get together every single Sunday and just meet with the guy, have a drink, and enjoy the games with them.
That's exciting. That's going to be incredible.
And the secret is to try and get the cheapest airlines, stop-offs, just keep the cost down, sleep on other Brown fans' sofas, just to keep the cost down to an absolute minimum.
Hey, well, I'm right in Cleveland, so if you ever need a couch.
You have one, Chad? You got a couch?
It's a short one, but I've got a couch. Yeah, just hit me up, perfect. Man. I'm right here by the stadium, so excited to have you over here. So you'll be travel vlogging a lot next year.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
So I'm cutting all my costs over here in London. So no girlfriend, no going out on the weekends, and calming my life down, so I can just invest all this time into coming over to the States. My daughter's mother, she's been super flexible and backing me, and said, look, see your daughter on a Saturday, then travel on the Sunday, and see her midweek. So that's all great as well. So hopefully I can make it all happen.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's going to be a great 2019. That's exciting. And there's a lot to be merry about on this Browns team. Looking forward to next year. We don't have to say there's always next year in that disdainful, depressed tone anymore. It's exciting about next year. You look at this offense, man. We talked about Rashad Perryman. Almost had 2 touchdowns in this game. Nick Chubb had a sneaky 100-yard game. Didn't even really seem like he pulled off a 100-yard game because we're so used to just him getting in the end zone every game. Love that running game we're going to have next year.
Yeah, it's awesome. I actually called 100 yards.
Yeah.
On my podcast, and it came in with 100. Jack went with 99. So that's how accurate our predictions are. No, wow. I'm joking.
Wow.
But yeah, I did call 100 yards, and he got 100 yards. So
we'll call him more often. That's amazing. I like it.
We'll take 100 every game.
Yeah. I like that average. Oh, man, you look at our receiving core, too. Njoku only went 3 for 30 on this one, but he's looking like he's coming along. This has been the year that I think we can really trust him as our receiving tight end, and he's actually been a better blocker this year, too. I think he's coming into form, and we're going to have a great elite tight end in Njoku next year, and obviously our receiving core is getting stronger. It's a lot to be merry about once again.
Yeah, he's a big weapon.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, myself included, really expected him to explode and get, just have a ton of touchdowns in that. But you have to be happy with the progress he's making. I mean, it takes a while for some of these guys to get to their full potential in the NFL. So yeah, I'm happy with what he's doing, and yeah, hopefully next year's the year where he really busts out.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big fan of his. The Chief, and we'll close out here soon. We've got a couple minutes left, but I got to share these stats with you. Man, Jarvis Landry went only 3 for 37 in this game. He's had 3 over 100-yard games, though, this year. He did have that one game for 97 yards and a touchdown. So 3 total touchdowns so far this year. Near 1,000 yards. He has 827 total yards. He clearly leads the team in receptions with 72. I think that's been a great return on investment for getting this guy in a Browns uniform.
Yeah, I'm pro Landry. Jack, my co-host, is not pro, and I know Smith, he's not pro, and there's a few people always moaning about Landry. But, we've got cap space. He catches the ball. He makes options. Yeah, I'm all for him.
Yeah, I'm with you, Paul. Definitely. I mean, where were we at receiver, before this season? We're hoping that Josh Gordon would play and all this stuff, and I don't want to bring him up, but we've really had problems at receiver. So to bring in a professional like Landry, I think it just made sense, and I'm glad they did it.
Yeah, and a nice little rookie season for Antonio Callaway, a rookie-to-rookie touchdown in this Broncos game. And he's got 507 yards and 4 touchdowns now on the season. Again, you go back to Baker Mayfield, who threw him that touchdown. He's got 320 yards to make that magic 3,385-yard mark to own that record. And looks like he's going to make it. 2 games. I think he's going to do it.
I want to see him throw for 435 yards to get to 3,500.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the number I'm looking at. I'd like to see him hit 3,500. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, Callaway's was a great, he was also potentially first-round talent. Obviously, he had his problems. And, he was one person. Him and Desmond Harris at the start of the season, they were the 2 ones I was really keeping my eye on and really hoping that they were going to do well. And, touch wood on both of them. Hopefully they remain out of trouble and keep progressing the way they are.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything on Callaway in a long time, so he's been keeping it clean.
Yeah, you have to look at what the average rookie receiver does, in their first season, and Callaway's really putting up really good numbers for a rookie. I mean, most of these guys, it takes some time, and then you factor in, the fact that he didn't play football at all last year, and he's really an excellent find.
Yeah, I've become a big fan of his as well, which at the beginning of the season, I was really having my doubts, but you kept me in the logic pool there, Rod. You kept me thinking straight, man, that Antonio Callaway could come around because he did not play at all last year, and you're right. But like Paul said, he's got that first-round talent. Got a lot of first-round talent that just need a mindset change, which looks like it's happening from this leadership on our team. Another rookie, though, Denzel Ward. Local guy, local high school here in Cleveland. He's been out 2 games with the concussion. Now that we've only got 2 games left, do you keep our star Pro Bowl level cornerback out the rest of the season to stay fresh for next year? What do you do with him?
Well, you definitely play him against the Ravens because I'm going to be watching him. So
that's right.
So listen up.
I'm going to be quite selfish about that, but. It's a tough call, and I put a poll on Twitter saying, do we rest some of our players or do we not? And I think the numbers that came back were everyone's 92% of the fans want us to not rest anyone and to keep playing all our key players. So, the attitude is of the Browns fans is, let's go and win every single game now and get a good rating for the season.
Yeah, I would have clicked that button.
I agree. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think if he's cleared to play, then I think he plays. Yeah, definitely.
And it's all practice for him on the field as well, which is great.
That's right.
Well, we always close out our show here too with our IQ test, which is brought by Ticket IQ. And we always give a little bold prediction for the future Browns. We've only got 2 games left. Pro Bowl on the horizon. At the beginning of the season, Rod, I believe you predicted that we would have 8 Pro Bowlers. Was that right?
Did I say 8?
I think you did.
I may have been a little overzealous with that prediction.
It was a hot take. It was Paul Brown level.
It was a hot take, and I felt like I think there's 8 guys, that potentially could have made the Pro Bowl. I don't know how many will make it. I'd be shocked if the Browns don't have probably 4 or 5 guys make the Pro Bowl, though, even at this point.
All right, you want to put it at 5 then, as your bold prediction?
I'll go 5. Yeah.
All right.
Come on, guys. I've just put on Twitter a minute ago. I've predicted 5. Rod, you can't go with 5. You'll go with something else.
I didn't even see. I am not on Twitter right now, Paul.
Hey,
You said 8 at the start of the season. You got to stay with your 8. I think 8 could be a good number.
yeah,
I tell you what,
I think he's right.
I will. I'll go up to 6 then, because I think 8 is probably wishful thinking.
All right,
Including
so,
reserve list or not?
yeah, we'll go with reserve. Yeah.
Yeah, with reserves, oh, definitely.
Mhm.
If I'm saying 6 or more, I'm definitely going to need all the help I can get.
Well, I'm going to hijack Rod's. I'm going to go with 8. I'm going to name him. I'm going to go with Garrett, Randall, Schobert, Colquitt, Batonio, Zeitler,
Butler,
Chubb, and Mayfield.
No,
kind of all the guys I had written down. I had 9 guys written down. I just don't know if they'll all make it or not.
No,
You know,
I don't think I think Mayfield would be very, very ballsy. But he has got the rookie 5 times. But yeah, there's going to be some bigger fish, maybe for that QB one.
Yeah,
They take 4. They take 4 QBs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with 7. So I'm gonna go 1 less, and I don't know. It'll be tough. It'll be tough in our division. But so what did you? We had 6, 7, 8 then, right?
Well, I don't even know what I'm thinking now, because the way we were talking, I thought my 8 sounded ridiculous. And now you guys are right up there.
Yeah, I think you were fine, and then Paul hijacked
I
it.
stepped down. I took Paul's 5, and then I moved up to 6, and then Paul took my 8, and I'm like, I'm just kind of flapping in the breeze here, guys. So.
Hey,
I'll stick with 6.
Yep.
I'll stick with 6.
We
Just
gotta
clean it up though.
We gotta honor our guests now.
Right.
All right. Well, that concludes our show, Paul. Thanks so much for coming on, Paul Brown. Tell the people where to find you on Twitter, Instagram, podcast platforms, your address, your social security, all of it.
Yeah. So it's simply Paul Brown _UK. And the main thing that I'm asking for some support with is next year is when the TV show comes. Everything that you can help, go to YouTube when it all goes live. It's obviously going to be loads of trial and error. It's going to be fun. I want everyone to be part of the journey. I want loads of input and just watch it be fun. And if you see me, let's get drunk. Let's have a photo. And let's just hope the Browns just keep winning.
Yes, sir. And follow the homemade Paul Brown chicken wings recipe.
Has anyone tried cooking it yet?
I will.
Not yet.
I definitely will. But I had to plug it.
Well, I look forward to the photo, okay?
All right. Rod, any last words?
I just want to thank Paul for coming on. Yeah, we've been trying to pick a good time, the time zone difference and all this stuff. So just really want to thank him for coming on. It's always great talking to him. And go Browns.
Absolutely.
Go Browns.
Yes. This has been the Brownie Sunday podcast brought to you by Paul Brown's Chicken Wings. Cheers.